Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and sorry, General Breedlove, I had to be gone at a news conference, and so I'm not sure what all you covered. I want to mention one thing that I was aware of. First of all, I'm sure you've talked about the Ukraine. I had occasion to be in the Ukraine at the time that they had their elections. The first time that it takes 5% in order to get a seat in Parliament. This is the first time in 96 years that there will not be one communist in the Parliament of Ukraine. That's huge. That's really a big deal, and I'm very disappointed in what the military has done there. You know, immediately after that, you had Putin come in, and he's still over there. And I'm sure you've discussed this, but I just wanted to say to you that when you're there, as I was, and experienced a major change taking place that hasn't happened in 96 years, and it's all their allegiance to the West and to the United States of America. We haven't done nearly as much to assist them as I believe we should. What are your thoughts about that?
Senator, first of all, as I visit, I see the same things. Let me just make a silly example. In the past, it has been said of what used to be called the Ukraine rather than Ukraine, that its identity was primarily Russian. I know that as you were driven through the city to go see President Poroshenko or Prime Minister Yatsenyuk, you probably saw the same thing as I did. Bridges painted blue and yellow. This is a nation that has woken up to its nationality, and it is a great people, and I believe they are worthy of our attention and help.
Yeah, well, I do too, and I'm glad you mentioned Yatsenyuk because he's a different political party than Poroshenko, and yet they are together in this one thing, and that is their allegiance to us and to the West. Let me ask you about this, because I was following this thing when they were, the idea of consolidating the intelligence assets to Croton. Is that pronounced right, Croton?
It is, Senator.
And that made sense to me after what happened in Molesworth. And it would seem the logical place. Now, we're talking about the UK, and yet I understand, I guess, in the House, where there's some effort to move that to, of all places, the Azores or someplace like that. I'd just like to get your, do you feel as I do that it's, when the, you know, if it just seems to me that there's a reason to consolidate these assets in a place like UK, and I think it should be done that. What are your thoughts?
Senator, thank you. There was a lot of work done when the siting of this consolidation was considered. Many locations were considered. The business case first is a first point. It points to the current siting plan in the UK. There are other intangibles. The communication pipes in the UK are extremely good and would not have to be altered to take on the new in Croton, would not have to be altered. We would be there close to our UK and other allies who have a great relationship with us in Intel. In my NATO job, the NIFC, we call it, the NATO Intelligence Fusion Center, is there in UK. It would not be able to relocate because this is 28 nations who have negotiated with the UK to stay there. And I think the synergies of keeping our US and AFRICOM and EUCOM capabilities next to our UK partners, next to the NATO NIFC, all of these synergies point to a good solution there at Croton.
Yeah, well, you know, I agree with that. You're making my argument there, and for all those reasons. Can you tell me, is there a specific reason that you know of why somehow the lodge's location might be attractive?
Senator, I think there are opportunities there because there is room that is being created by the downsizing of our mission there. There would have to be some changes made, as I mentioned before, communications capabilities, et cetera.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. My time's expired, but I'm looking forward to the chip of the old block, Dan, coming in to be my intern. Looking forward to that.
Sir, thank you. I will make sure that he is squared away.
Yeah. Thank you.